Welcome, music lovers. Today, let's dive into the raw beginnings of a band that redefined heavy.
Here is the comprehensive 10-chapter saga of Slipknot, tracking their rise from the bleak cornfields of Iowa to becoming one of the most explosive, chaotic, and visually iconic forces in heavy music history. Chapter 1. Born in the Cornfields, 1995 to 1997. In the mid-1990s, Des Moines, Iowa, was far from a music industry hotspot. Seeking an escape from the bleakness of their hometown, percussionist Sean "Clown" Crahan, drummer Joey Jordison, and bassist Paul Gray began plotting a musical project rooted in pure malice and sonic chaos. During an early rehearsal, Crahan wore a cheap clown mask to practice just to be provocative. Rather than laughing, the band realized that anonymity allowed them to become something entirely different. They self-released a raw, experimental album titled Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat * in 1996, but the core identity of the band was still rapidly mutating. Chapter 2. The Nine emerges, 1997-1998. Realizing they needed a frontman who could effortlessly balance terrifying screams with haunting melodies, the band recruited local vocalist Corey Taylor from the rock band Stone Sour. Over the next year, the pieces of the puzzle locked into place. The lineup expanded into a massive, unorthodox 9-man assault team, incorporating turntables, electronics, and dual custom percussion kits. To emphasize the collective over the individual, the band members adopted matching industrial jumpsuits and assigned themselves numbers from 0 to 8. Number 0, Sid Wilson, turntables. Number 1, Joey Jordison, drums. Number 2, Paul Gray, bass. Number 3, Chris Feen, percussion. Number 4, Jim Root, guitar. Number 5, Craig Jones, sampling keyboards. Number 6, Sean "Clown" Crahan, percussion. Number 7, Mick Thompson, guitar. Number 8, Corey Taylor, lead vocals. Chapter 3. The Threat from Iowa, 1999. Legendary producer Ross Robinson caught wind of the band's hyperviolent live shows and signed them to Roadrunner Records. Recording their 1999 self-titled debut, Slipknot, Robinson pushed the band to their absolute physical limits. The resulting album was a breathless masterpiece of nu metal and death metal fusion. Tracks like Wait and Bleed and Spit It Out exploded onto MTV and rock radio. Their legendary performance at Ozfest '99 sealed their reputation, a terrifying multi-headed monster tearing up stages set on fire, jumping into crowds, and completely redefining heavy music for a new generation. Chapter 4. Pure Venom and Iowa, 2001-2002. Instead of smoothing out their edges for commercial success, Slipknot responded to fame by getting drastically darker. Plagued by internal fighting, exhausting touring schedules, and substance abuse, the band channeled their collective misery into 2001's Iowa. It remains one of the heaviest, most uncompromisingly brutal albums to ever debut in the Billboard Top 3. Fueled by misanthropic anthems like People Equals Shit and the Heretic Anthem, the Iowa era was characterized by bleeding-edge aggression, fractured mental health, and an absolute refusal to compromise. Chapter 5. Subliminal Evolution, 2003 to 2007. On the brink of total self-destruction, the band took a necessary hiatus before reforming in a mansion in Los Angeles with legendary producer Rick Rubin. The result was 2004's Volume 3, The Subliminal Verses. It proved that Slipknot wasn't just a gimmick or a wall of noise. The band introduced acoustic guitars, structural elegance, and more melodic experimentation. Tracks like Duality and the haunting Before I Forget became massive global hits, with the latter finally earning the band their first Grammy Award. Chapter 6. Dark Skies and Heartbreak, 2008 to 2010. In 2008, the band released All Hope Is Gone, which scored them their first #1 spot on the Billboard 200. Musically, it leaned heavily into traditional groove and thrash metal. Behind the scenes, however, deep creative divides were forming. Some members even secretly recorded a highly experimental, unreleased psych rock side project titled Look Outside Your Window during the downtime. But all internal squabbles were instantly shattered on May 24, 2010, when founding member and core songwriter Paul Gray, #2, was found dead in an Iowa hotel room from an accidental overdose. The band was thoroughly devastated, and the future of Slipknot hung in the balance. Chapter 7. The Fractured Circle, 2013-2014. After years of grieving and sporadic touring, the band faced another massive shakeup when it was announced in late 2013 that legendary founding drummer Joey Jordison, #1, was parting ways with the group, a decision later revealed to be complicated by Jordison's battle with a neurological disorder. Forcing themselves forward, Slipknot returned to the studio to record 2014's Point 5, The Grey Chapter, a grief-stricken, aggressive tribute to their fallen brother. To fill the massive shoes on bass and drums, the band brought in Alessandro Venturella and drummer Jay Weinberg, keeping their identities hidden behind uniform masks until fans eventually unmasked them. Chapter 8. Changing of the Guard, 2019 to 2021. The legacy of the original 9 continued to fracture when longtime percussionist Chris Feen, #3, left the band amidst a legal dispute in 2019, replaced by a mysterious new masked percussionist affectionately dubbed Tortilla Man, later revealed to be Michael Pfaff. Despite the turbulence, their 2019 album We Are Not Your Kind was a massive critical triumph, hailed as one of their most cohesive and dark records since Iowa. Tragedy struck the Slipknot family once again in July 2021, when the world mourned the passing of original drummer Joey Jordison. Chapter 9. Closing a Historic Chapter, 2022-2023. In 2022, Slipknot released The End So Far. The title was a poignant double meaning. It marked the final album of their historic 24-year contract with Roadrunner Records, symbolizing the end of an era. The following year brought rapid-fire shakeups. Longtime keyboardist/sampler Craig Jones, #5, quietly exited the band after 27 years, and shortly after, the band made the shocking announcement that they were parting ways with drummer Jay Weinberg, signaling an intent to shift into a new creative headspace. Chapter 10. The New Dawn, 2024-present. Stepping into their modern era, Slipknot announced a devastating weapon behind the drum kit. Former Sepultura drum prodigy Eloy Casagrande. Commemorating the 25th anniversary of their seminal 1999 debut album, the band embarked on massive global tours, stripping away the elaborate modern stage setups to don retro 1999-style jumpsuits and masks. In a treat for longtime fans, the legendary, long-shelved 2008 experimental project Look Outside Your Window finally received its highly anticipated wide release. More than 3 decades after 3 guys started yelling in a Des Moines basement, Slipknot stands as a resilient metal institution, proving that the maggots, their fiercely loyal fanbase, will always crawl to the sound of the culture's most beautifully controlled chaos.